Hi everybody, it's Cindy the Scrapologist. I'm here with another video in the series How to Make a Junk Journal from Start to Finish. This is primarily meant for those of you who purchased the kit from my shop. I'm going to be using the supplies from that kit along with some of my own, but you can use any supplies. You don't have to have purchased the kit to follow along with this series. So today what I'm going to do, and like I've said in other videos, I'm going step by step the way I normally make my junk journals. You can follow along with these in any order. But recently I showed how I tea stain my papers, and now I'm going to, and also we sewed on them. We've done a lot so far. We've done all this stuff so far. You'll have to check out the other videos. But today I'm going to do a little bit of stamping and just working with my papers just a little bit before I start adding embellishments. So some of the supplies I always have my tried and true Tim Holtz Vintage Photo Distress ink, which I can't even show you the cover because I always set my dauber, or whatever you call this thing, on top of here, and the cover's thrashed. And then I have a variety of items that I'm going to use to put some images or just add some interest to these coffee stained papers. The way that I coffee stain my papers, they already have cool things on them. You can see that there's an image that looks like you set a coffee cup down, and I've got some neat splotches. I love these. So they already have quite a bit of interest to them, but hey, we can always add more, right? So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to find the one that doesn't have so much on it already. Okay. Oh, let me get my, you know what, I should have put this down first. Well, no, never mind. I was going to put my mat down, but if I get this inked, who cares? The first thing I'm going to do is I have a paper doily. I'm going to try to use a variety of things so that you can look and see what you have in your stash. I like to use the paper doily, and then I just ink around it. I ink, well, not around it because I don't always want a circle, but I ink in along here using my vintage photo. And voila! Now I have a nice little image. I also end up using this when I'm done. So we can put another one on here. Whoops, it just slipped, but that's okay. Messy is good with junk journals. Okay? So look how easy that was. And then I will set this aside in my pile and use it for something else. So how quick and easy was that? We've already got one nice page. This is something, I don't even know what this is. It looks familiar. It seems like I should know what it is. But I found it at a thrift store, and they actually gave it to me for free because they didn't want to charge me for this. I said, I'll take this. But I just like to kind of stamp with this too. And do some random circles. They look kind of cool. You can use anything that you can find that has some, that has holes, that has some kind of decorative holes on it. You don't have to go and buy a bunch of these expensive stencils. I only have two, because I just find things like this. So there, how quick and easy was that? So the other thing that I have that I use a lot, I purchased this for 99 cents, and I cut it using my Silhouette Cameo. So you would need a Silhouette Cameo for this particular thing, and you can find this in their store. And it's coffee circles. I typically use it on a page that doesn't already have one of those coffee circles on it. And it has a variety of different circles. Do one there, and then just, I like this little corner one. Do one in the corner here. And it gives a nice coffee stain. Let's do one more small one here. Yeah, no, let's do a big one. Okay, I like that. So I use that a lot, and you can if you do have a silhouette cameo, look for some different images that you think might look cool on your papers. Then I have these stencils. And I'm just going to do a little bit up in the corner here, I think. And there's just a little decorative thing in the corner. I like that. I like this because it's not all uniform. You see how it has some of the larger, they're all different sizes, and I like that. I don't like symmetry and too much in my junk journals. So there's another idea of what you can do with your papers. If you're interested, this is Ranger Delusions, small stencil, and where's the name of it? Oh, Diamond in the Rough. Diamond in the Rough. And then I have this kit, this Tim Holtz kit. I liked the words, and I also like, this is 2 different kinds of stone, which I really like. Not sure I'm going to use that one for this particular journal. I like to do these in like a brick red. Yeah, but that's a nice one too. But that's all the stencils I have. I usually just use found things. You can use pieces of lace. See, these have holes in them. But this particular piece here, I have a plan for it, and I don't want to get ink on it. But you can use things like that. All kinds of things you can use. So I encourage you, before we put the book together, to before we start putting things, attaching things to the pages, to think about what you want to have on your papers for different images. You know, if you want to do any stamping. I should have gotten out a stamp. Yeah, hang on one sec. Sorry, I can't find my favorite one right offhand, but this is a variety of little stamps that you'd kind of see on postage. And so let me find one that's kind of from the heart. That's a kind of neutral one. I don't know what my theme for this journal is going to be yet. Oh, and I didn't bring over my stamp thingy, my acrylic blocks. That's okay. I'm going to do this on the fly. And I don't want it on this page because I like what's already on here, but let's put it up in the corner here. From the heart. Let's see how that comes out without the acrylic block. Ah, not bad. Okay, and then I've got these little things that you'd see on the side of the stamp on an envelope that you're mailing. I think airmail? Is it an airmail thing? I forget. Okay. So pick out some of your favorite stamps and think about doing some stamping on your papers as well. It doesn't have to be vintage photo. White looks fabulous on these junk journals as well as black. It's all good. Different colors. You can use any color you want. So think about using found items as stencils. You can use stencils from Silhouette. You can use professional stencils from Tim Holtz or Ranger. You can use just cheapo paper doilies from Walmart, and you can use your stamps. So I would suggest if you're following along in order and you're using the kit and trying to make the journal with me, think about get things on your pages before we go on to the next step. The other thing that I like to do with my pages at this point in the process, I'm going to show you one thing that you can do with the Glimmer Mist that was in your kit. You have the Glimmer Mist in your kit is called Cornbread. I can't find mine. I looked everywhere. And it's so funny because if you're watching my Use Your Scraps series, you know that I am super duper organized. And so when I lose something, it just stymies me. I don't know how I can be this organized, and I still lose things. So it's somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, this one is pretty close to what you get in the kit. Yours is called Cornbread. This is called Pearl. It's much more white than yours, but it has the mica in it like yours, and it's a more subtle color like the one in the kit. So what I like to do is I have an inkjet printer, not a laser printer, and I've shown this before, but I'm just want to include it because I am going to do that in my journal that I'm making with this is a part of the kit. It's this and one other whole package of goodies from Canvas Corp. But I do like to print off some digital kits on my inkjet printer. This is an image from one of my digital kits. I have a I think it's called History Kit. I forget the name of it. I'll have to look it up. But this is from something I found in my attic. And what I like to do with these, this by the way is a great idea if you do not want to have to coffee or tea stain papers. You can do this technique. So I print off an image that I like. Whoops, something on my mat here. Let's stick into. I print off an image that I like, and then I flip it over. It's time to clean my mat. And you can use the Glimmer Mist, but again, if you don't have Glimmer Mist, you can use a little spritzer of water. The Glimmer Mist, what that's going to do because of the mica in it, it's going to give you a little bit of a sheen, a little bit of a gloss, or shine. That's the word I'm looking for because of the mica. If you don't like that, just use water. So you just spritz the back of the image. And see how it starts to come through? And I really like that. Once it's dry, it looks really cool. Let me see if I can find a color one. Hold on. This one, the color is very subtle, so I was hoping that I had a more vibrant one sitting around. This is from a kit that a digital kit that I'm going to be putting out soon on Norwegian fairy tales. So it's got a little bit of a color to it, but it's still kind of neutral tones, but I think it'll give you a good idea. Let's see if it's going to come through. I think on this one there's still not enough color. Hold on. I think I have one with flowers on it. Hold on. I found it. This is from my Flowers digital kit. So let's do the back of this one. There we go. So isn't that neat how that comes through? And if you do it a lot, if you really wet it down, you'll be able to see that it's flowers. But if you don't, if you just do it a little bit, it just kind of gives it a splotch of color. So this is a nice technique if you don't want a tea or coffee stain. You can do that. And then you fold it up and put it in your junk journal and it looks really nice. Here's the Chicago one. It's still drying, but that's going to look really nice. I'm putting that one in this junk journal with this kit. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show you today. I want to keep rolling right along with this. That's the next step. And after this, we'll either sew the pages in and then decorate them, or decorate them and then sew them on, and we still have to finish this cool, awesome cover. I have to decide what we're going to do for a spine. And we'll keep decorating. So I hope that gives you some ideas. If you have any questions, give me a call. Give me a call. Give me a Don't give me a call. Be careful what you say. You give me a comment down below, and make sure you hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of the videos. I still have a few kits left, and you do get the Glimmer Mist, burlap flowers, the kit is loaded. It's fabulous. And this whole video series is using items from the kit, along with some other. You're going to have to supplement some of your own things from your stash, but for the most part, I'm using the supplies from the kit. So hit subscribe below, and I would love a thumbs up or a like or a comment. Let me know how these are going for you, and if you have any questions, let me know. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!